It's very touching to hear from you, having been such an important leader at Johnson & Johnson during such a long period of time. You've been a role model for all of us, so it's very touching to hear that from you. And thank you to all of you for staying until the end. Being the last, I have to start with that. And also, you know, it's great to have such fantastic honorees tonight and hearing such wonderful stories. So, as everybody, the reason I'm here today is thanks to the efforts of the 140,000 employees of Johnson & Johnson that work tirelessly every day with passion and dedication to try to improve human lives. I have been in the company for 36 years, and becoming CEO of Johnson & Johnson is the honor of my life. I'm proud to lead this amazing company. And it was not easy for me, let me tell you. When I finished graduate school here at the US, I came from my home country of Spain. I went to graduate school here. I interviewed on campus for Johnson & Johnson, and I didn't make it to the second interview. That tells you that interviewing is not an exact science, right? So finally, 36 years ago, I joined Johnson & Johnson. I made different jobs at Johnson & Johnson, and I almost impressed by the energy that this company has to try to improve human lives. My job as CEO is easy, very easy, and I love it. The only thing I have to do is to harness all the energy and all the dedication of the employees to be able to keep Johnson & Johnson reinventing itself every year. That's what we do. And we've been doing that for a long time, as many of the companies that were represented here. It's been already 140 years that Johnson & Johnson started in New Brunswick, New Jersey, the same place that we are now, and I work every day. In the meantime now, we started with the Johnson brothers that went to the Philadelphia Global Fair, and they listened to a British scientist called Sir Joseph Lister that was talking to people about these things called microbes that nobody knew at the time, and how microbes were the cause of surgical infections that had such a high mortality in surgical procedures. So they listened to Dr. Lister, and they started a company with sterile surgical dressings. And that's how Johnson & Johnson started. 140 years later, we're still in surgery. Our sutures, hemostats, and instruments are used in every hospital in the world, and we have the pride that I share with my colleagues here of touching 500 million people every year with our medicines and medical devices. That's such an honor. I am an optimist, a full optimist, and I think that you have to elevate yourself to understand that we are in a golden era of medical innovation. There's a combination of things coming together. You have our understanding of the biology of the diseases, you have technology and AI, as we discussed before too, and we have a plethora of opportunities to address many diseases that have been considered incurable. And that's happening already. It's happening already. I was at the American College of Surgeons this Monday, and I was seeing people telling me how robotic surgery is changing the outcomes of surgery. Today, I was in our cell therapy facility in Raritan, New Jersey, and we have 1,500 people working to give life-changing treatments to patients with cancer. Let me give you just one of them. I met a patient 2 weeks ago that was diagnosed with multiple myeloma about 18 years ago. She had gone 10 years of multiple treatments until she was already put into palliative care. She was going to the hospice. She received a single administration of a bag that is this size. Imagine that after 10 years of treatments that you receive multiple medicines, days in the hospital, a single administration of a bag this size using her own immune system cells to attack the cancer cells. 8 years later, she is disease-free. 8 years later. That is the closest to a cure that you can call. I mean, if you have a disease that 8 years later, with a single administration, you are disease-free, you can call that a cure. So that's where we're going. And I think that's only the beginning, and there's so much more to do. There's so many frontiers to push forward. You have dementia, neurodegenerative diseases, cardiovascular disease, oncology, immunology, so many areas where we can still make a big impact. And my message for you, being the last, is that the best is yet to come. Thank you very much.